what's the biggest problem that you think people have that they don't know they have? Like with you, before you reach that level of, use the word enlightenment, what's that biggest obstacle or the biggest, things that either slow people down or stop them from getting to those next stages of development, in your opinion?
So other business owners, what?
Yeah.
In the context of that, I think that,
or yeah, people in any, whether, the people that you do business with, or people that own any type of business, for sure.
yeah, I think that unfortunately, oftentimes, too often, ego gets in the way. So you kind of have these blinders on, and you are not able to see like what's in your blind spots. And if you just would open up your mind a little bit and be aware that there's a lot that you don't see. I find that the best leaders actually have the ability to see what other people don't see. I don't know if it's something if you could teach people that, or if you're born with that. I came from a very, very poor upbringing, and I had to figure it out. I had to make my way. I mean, really poor, living off the government. And for me, it gave me the ability to actually see all these. I drive people around me nuts. The things that I see wrong and the things that I can spot that nobody else sees. It's probably from the way that I grew up, but maybe I adapted. But business owners and people that I come across they'll tell me stories about, I'm having a problem with this or that. And I'm like, wait, have you thought about just doing this or that, or moving this piece or moving that piece?
Changing, yeah.
No, it never occurred to me.
Right.
So
and now that's, the blind spots. And now taking that question as it applies specifically to IT. So the people that you're doing business with, because everybody on here owns businesses, they all have problems with their IT that they probably don't know about. What's the number one thing that they should identify and come to somebody like you for?
The biggest thing that I see with people is that they're so focused on saving money and looking at technology as just an expense, a line item, that they don't actually stop and do a risk assessment to see where all the gaps, where all the holes are in their organization. And it could be productivity wise, could be the wrong CRM, could be cybersecurity, which is probably number one on the list. They could have a tremendous amount of risk there. And this is common, the most common. People are, even larger companies, it doesn't matter. They're so focused on this old school thinking of technology just being an expense, rather than looking at technology as actually the best place to invest your money if you want to grow the business. And so it prevents them from actually bringing somebody in like me at times and saying, hey, you know what? Tell me what's wrong. Sit down at the table and tell me what we can do better. Tell me where we're losing time, which equates to losing money and productivity, and connect it to our technology. Like, what can we do better? People don't really ask me that question. I usually have to go in there and kind of pry it out of them by asking salesy questions and leading them to conclusions so they finally realize, wow, you're telling me that if our servers go down tomorrow, we're not going to be back up for a week? Well, what is that? How could that be possible? That's what happens. And I'm like, no, it is possible. How fast do you want to get back up and running? Fine, let's solve that problem, but you have to make an investment. They're afraid to spend money, and they're afraid to ask the questions because it equates to spending money.